home crowd, they're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
PPP.
Fitzpatrick on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. The tackle there by Brian Poole. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Regular.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. This is caught by Williams. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Terrence Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Bell, he's got daylight. He's at the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. Give him 69 yards on the ground. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Montgomery. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did.
Now Drake loses the football. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's checking. Out. Go.
Counter play, Drake. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
52 and 56. Hey, 5-0.
At the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the pressure gets to him again. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught here by Bell. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Man, I got you. Check.
Mike, 55. Here we go.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And it's 3rd down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
It's our time.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And Adam Gase having a belief in his guys. They're going for it. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They'll run it with Bell, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. This is Bell, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jets have taken the lead.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
To throw again on second down, Fitzpatrick.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Hey, Mike 20! Mike 57. Drop deep, drop deep.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. Able to locate Wilson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Kill! Mike 57. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Feel it. Mike's 57.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Sanders is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 15. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. 15 yards on the play. First down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
52 and 56, 52 and 56.
At the 41-yard line.
54. Mike, 54.
From the 41, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
64.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Copeland. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick now. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. On 1st and goal, Drake trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Fitzpatrick now on 2nd down. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Mike 29. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Bell. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3rd down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Room here to run. Past the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
Complete to Le'Veon Bell. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, B. Big serious right there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Montgomery with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And the ball is knocked out, and the Dolphins have got it.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On the catch, it's Crowder. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
34.
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Drake. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Keep playing. Any weapons?
Brings up second and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Let's get it.
On second and 9, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
The end result, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. From the 17, Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try and run it in with Bell. Yeah, the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Check 52 is the line. Check.
On fourth down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Regular.
Out of his end zone, Fitzpatrick. He's got it to Williams. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying